Welcome to a regular market and investing program, the DLM Market Hall. The year 2013 has been an eventful one for the global markets. Nigeria, as one of the emerging markets, has had its fair share of activities and involvement. Today, we'll be looking at the Nigeria capital market in 2013, how it has been playing and various activities that drove the market and what we look at ahead. With me to discuss this is Mr. Idowu Ogedengbe. He is the Executive Director, Don Laura Merrifield Securities Limited. It's great to have you.
Yes, nice to be back.
Yes. And so, like I said, this year has been very eventful for the global market, and Nigeria as an emerging market has also had lots of activities. First, let's look at in terms of activities, in terms of innovation into the capital market, and in terms of capacity. Have we seen improvement compared to the last 5 years?
Yes, significantly. We've seen the Nigerian capital market experience a quantum leap in terms of its performance in 2013. Prior to 2013, prior to this year, we basically have not really had as much participation both by the international investing community and the domestic investors as well. But in 2013, the level of participation in the market was quite encouraging, leading to the index growing by over 40% year to date. And also, we've seen quite a number of companies also that before now were not able to come to the market and raise capital. We saw a number of primary market issue coming through. We saw rights issues, and the interest in those offers were quite impressive. And to that extent, I would say that the capital market this year has been very, very impressive in terms of the returns it posted.
Now, in terms of innovation and in terms of capacity, compared to other global and renowned markets, have you seen remarkable improvement in the Nigerian Stock Exchange?
Yeah, there has been, in terms of the regulatory oversight by the Nigerian Stock Exchange, there has been quite a number of improvements. Market transparency has been enhanced. Also, market depth has also been significantly improved on. The Nigerian Stock Exchange recently introduced a new trading platform, which is web-based, which will also enable quite a number of stakeholders in the market to get their orders.
That's the X-Gen.
The X-Gen was recently introduced, and after the launch of the X-Gen, the volume of activity has been quite upbeat, both from the market makers and also the regular traders. So I think the Nigerian Stock Exchange, and also SEC has also been, we've seen some improvement in terms of the regulatory oversight from the APEX regulator as well. So I would say by and large, the regulatory environment this year also contributed to the improvement that we've seen in the market.
When we look at capacity, investors always want to know the data, the information, the real raw statistics to see, is this really the trend? And so do you have some very solid data to just show that this has really been a phenomenal year for the market?
Well, in terms of data, the key data that investors want to look at in the market is the all-share index and the market capitalization.
Yes.
Market capitalization also is mirrored by the Nigerian Stock Exchange all-share index. Market capitalization has significantly risen. As we speak now, market capitalization is over 12 trillion naira.
12 trillion naira.
Yeah, in terms of performance. The NSE all-share index also has risen to as high as over 38,000 points year to date. So we can say that in terms of numbers, the market has recorded a significant improvement, both from the market capitalization in terms of the depth of the market, and also in terms of the increase in the prices of stocks that are quoted on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, which is mirrored by the all-share index. So quite a number of the stocks that were trading at less than 5 naira, some trading even at less than 2 naira increased by over 100%. The likes of Transcorp, we saw stocks like livestock after it was acquired by UACN experienced a significant leap. Transcorp also went up significantly. We saw a few other banking sector stock. UBA, after it had its restructuring, it also went significantly up in terms of its price on the exchange. So generally, I think these are the stocks that led to the improvement in the all share index. And I think going forward into 2014 also, we should still expect some rally, some sort of uptrend, particularly in the likes of Transcorp, given the prospect that is ahead of it from the acquisition of the power plant. So I think these are the factors that actually contributed to the improvement that we've seen so far on the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
You already got into my next question, which is 2014, what do we expect? You already talked about Transcorp. Let's look again at the scope of activity, in scope of innovations, scope of capacity. Are we going to see increased levels, and from what sectors?
Well, in terms of activities, I think we should be looking at the conglomerates. We should be looking. The banking sector too is still going to play a significant part in terms of the level of activity in the coming year. The conglomerates, where also Transcorp belongs to, the likes of UACN, also the food and beverages. The brewery sector too is still going to have a significant part to play in the development of the market going forward in terms of the capacity and the numbers. I also still think that the petroleum marketing sector, where Ohando, the likes of Ohando Hayes, could also make some significant contribution to market numbers in the coming year. These are the sectors that we are looking at, and we hope that they will be they will enhance market performance in year 2014.
And finally, what policies should be in place or already in place that should be sustained to ensure that this momentum is sustained?
I would expect the Nigerian Stock Exchange to be more proactive in terms of ensuring that all the various firms that are quoted in the market are up and doing in terms of their reporting. If you look at the likes of the insurance industry,
that's the IFRS.
Yeah, the introduction of IFRS and the new reporting standards. There is need for the exchange to ensure that in terms of compliance, all the quoted companies are made to comply, and also because it will enhance a number of things. Disclosure-wise, we'll be able to know what are the drivers of the business. There will be more insight into the operations of companies. So,
and even transparency.
There will be a lot of transparency. So I think to a large extent there is still the need for some of the companies that are quoted to be more transparent with their numbers. And I think the exchange should ensure that they take more proactive effort in that regard. We've seen the insurance sector, for example, trading at par value for several, even when other sectors are actually coming out of the effect of the downturn, that sector just refused to move from where it is. And I think it has to do with the lack of clarity in terms of the direction and the focus of that industry. So I think there is a lot that needs to be done in terms of ensuring transparency and in some other sectors as well. But by and large, I think the Nigerian Stock Exchange has been trying to ensure that there is investor confidence and there's a lot of transparency in the market.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Idowu Ogedengbe.
Thank you.
It's been great to have you discuss about the capital market in Nigeria and prospects for 2014. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And so that was a very great moment to look at the year 2013 as it concerns Nigeria's capital market, sub-Saharan's leading bourse. It has been a very eventful year, and 2014 promises to be even more exciting with all the analysis brought to book. Till next Tuesday, keep in touch with your favorite program, the DLM Market Hall.